Yeah, now I can see. Yeah.
You can see now, okay. Just share in the Bhakti Vriksha group.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah. So we'll start the class already 9:45. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namah Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Jnanatimirandhasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurunmolitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namah Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namine Namaste Saraswate Deve Gauravani Prasarine Nirvisesa Sunyavadi Parsatya Desatarine जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्णा कृष्ण कृष्ण हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे. So welcome everybody to Bhakti Vriksha. This is 10th Bhakti Vriksha we are doing. So today chapter is 5th chapter. So in this Bhakti Vriksha we are studying 108 important sloka. So in 5th chapter we are having 3 sloka and we have to discuss little deeply by reading the translation as well as purport. Okay, so now you unmute 4-5 members. Just read with me this sloka 5.18.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah. So Vidya Bina Sampanne. Just read with me. Vidya Bina Sampanne.
विद्या विनय संपन्ने
Brahmane Gavihastine.
ब्राह्मणे विहस्तिनि
Sunichaiva Sopakecha.
सुनि सेवा स्वपाकेच
Pandita Samadarshinaha.
पंडिता समादर्शना.
Yes. So somebody read the translation.
Prabhuji, can I read?
Yeah, one by one. Yeah.
Trans
Okay,
Yeah.
yes.
Yes.
Arav, please unmute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, can I read?
Yes, read.
Yeah, Prabhuji. Translation. The humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with equal vision a learned and gentle Brahman, a cow, an elephant, a dog, and a dog-eater outcast. And Prabhuji, can I also read the purport?
Yes, you'll read. Just 1 minute. I'll just describe this. So,
Yeah.
humble sages, by virtue of true knowledge, see with the equal vision a learned, a gentle Brahmana, a cow, elephant, dog, and dog eater. Now you see, minute. Yeah. So, what happened? Humble sages by virtue of true knowledge. Why it is true knowledge? Because the true knowledge is the knowledge of spirituality. Spiritual knowledge tells us we are not the body, we are the soul. So a sage who is having knowledge, he understands that we are not the body, we are the soul, and God resides everybody's heart as Paramatma. So that means either it is a Brahmin or it is an outcast, a dog, dog eater, or it's an elephant. For everybody there is Paramatma. So that means a humble sage always see Paramatma inside everybody. That is the reason he see everybody as the equal vision. Understand? So other people, they do not have knowledge that there is a soul and super soul inside the body. So that's why they see the gross body and the difference between different people. That is the difference. Yes, somebody read this purport.
Yes. Yes, Navya.
Yes, somebody read the
Hare
harp
Krishna
and some else
Prabhuji.
will read the harp. Yes.
Purport. A Krishna
You read up
conscious.
to here. Okay, you read up to here.
Okay, Prabhuji. A Krishna conscious person does not make any distinction between species or castes. The Brahmana and the outcast may be different from the social point of view, or a dog, a cow, and an elephant may be different from the point of view of species. But these differences of body are meaningless from the viewpoint of a learned transcendentalist. This is due to their relationship to the Supreme, for the Supreme Lord, by his plenary portion as Paramatma is present in everyone's heart. Such an understanding of the Supreme is real knowledge. As far as the bodies are concerned, in different castes or different species of life, the Lord is equally kind to everyone because he treats every living being as a friend, yet maintains.
Yes, so someone else read. So 1 minute, I'll just describe. Same thing Krishna is telling, that an intelligent person knows already that our everybody there is a Paramatma. So he sees and he knows that we are not the body, we are the soul, soul and super soul. We are the soul and nearby our soul, super soul is there. But the non-intelligent person who do not have knowledge, he do not think all these things. He just see the external body and he differentiate. Yes, somebody else read this himself.
Yes, Nishita. Please unmute. Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Prabhuji, can you tell me where to read from? Because I was.
Paramatma, from here you read. The Lord as Paramatma. I'm just underline. You see?
Okay, Prabhuji. The Lord as Paramatma is present both in the outcast of Brahman, although the body of Brahman and that of an outcast are not the body, are of the same spiritual quality. The similarity in the quality of the soul and the super soul, however, does not make them equal in quantity. For the individual soul is present only in that particular body, whereas the Paramatma is present in each and every body. A Krishna conscious person has full knowledge of this, and therefore he is truly learned and has equal vision. The similar characteristics for the soul and super soul are that they are both conscious, external, and visible. But the difference is that the individual soul is conscious within the limited jurisdiction of the body, whereas the super soul is conscious of all bodies. The super soul is present in all bodies without distinction.
Yes. So here, Krishna telling another thing. In everybody there is a soul and there is a super soul. So soul belong to our body or one body. He knows about that body only. But super soul is belong to God, but he is present everybody. So super soul knows each and every individual. Okay, it may be human, it may be dog, it may be outcast, anybody. So super soul understand everyone, but soul only understand a single body where it is there. Okay, so that's why we should not do any distinction, because super soul is the God and God present everybody's heart. So whenever we are telling something bad against someone, that means indirectly we are scolding the Lord only, Paramatma. That is the reason, that is also sinful. Okay, then we'll go to the next sloka. Next is 22 sloka. Yes, you unmute 4-5 members.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. ये ही संस्पर्श या भोगा
Yehi sartha
संस्पर्श या भोगा
ये ही स्पर्शः
ya
जस
bhoga
भोगा
दुःखाय एव ते
yana evate
Yeah. आदियन्तवन्त कौन्तेय
आदित्यन्तवन्त्य
Kaunteya
कौन्तेय
न तेषु रमते बुद्धा
नाते सुरमते बुद्धः
Yes.
Prabhuji,
Somebody read that yes,
Yes.
somebody read that translation.
Yes. Sai Kirtana, please unmute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
After reading translation, can I chant 9.34 sloka?
5 point.
9
9
point.
Yeah.
Translation. An intelligent person does not take part in source of misery, which are due to contact with the material senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasures have a beginning and an end. So the wise man does not delight in them.
So here what happened, you can see the intelligent person does not take part in source of misery. So where the misery will come, here you can see contact with material nature, enjoyment. So our soul always want enjoyment. Okay, because of that enjoyment, misery will come. Because in this material world, nothing is permanent, everything is temporary. Each enjoyment followed by a suffering. Okay, so intelligent person does not take part in the source of misery. That means he do not think of enjoyment, because whenever there is enjoyment, it is followed by misery. Intelligent person, that's why, do not think of enjoying, which are due to contact with the material senses. So what is enjoyment? Just it is our sense agitations of our senses. Okay, you just try to control the senses. O son of Kunti, such pleasure have a beginning as at an end, because and because everything is temporary here in this material world, and so the wise man does not delight in them. So something good comes, he will not be so happy. Okay, something good comes. Similarly, when some bad thing comes, that time also he is not that much bewildered, because he knows that this is also temporary, that is also temporary. It comes and it will go after some time. Yes, somebody read this.
Prabhuji, can I chant 9.34?
Okay, you will chant just after this one, because we will go a different way. After the class, we'll unmute you. Okay.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Yeah, because this is different chapter, that is completely different. Yes, somebody read this.
Yes. Sarvani, please unmute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, read
Purport.
this. I have highlighted.
Okay, Prabhuji. Material sense pleasure are due to the contact of material sense, which are all temporary because the body itself is temporary. A liberated soul is not interested in anything which is temporary. Knowing well the joys of transcendental pleasures, how can a liberated soul agree to enjoy false pleasure?
Yeah, so now you can understand why the liberated soul do not want the false pleasure in this material world, because everything is temporary here. Itself, our body itself is temporary. Today we are having human body. This body will be damaged, and we have to take another body depending upon our karma. And that body may not be a human body also. Okay, so everything is temporary. That is the reason they are not so much happy when some happiness comes. So they are not so much bewildered when some distress comes, because they know this is also temporary. It will go. Yes, somebody else start from here. From here to here.
Okay. Yes. Trisha, please unmute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. My
Yes.
dear sons, there is no reason to labor very hard for sense pleasure while in the human form of life. Such pleasures are available to stool eaters, hogs. Rather, you should undergo penances in the this life by which your existence will be purified, and as well result you will be able to enjoy unlimited transcendental bliss.
Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Um,
What
I
happened?
don't know what happened, Prabhuji.
Okay, this sharing is gone, I think.
Yes, Prabhuji. Someone
Oh, 1 minute.
has done something.
Okay, now you can continue. Yeah, can you see this?
Prabhuji, it is not letting me unmute.
For you, huh?
Yes, Prabhuji. I don't know. Someone let me just see if I can unmute. Just raise your hand. Yes.
What is the name?
Okay, Prabhuji. It
Yeah.
work.
Yeah. There and
Yes.
by which your existence will be purified, and as well you will be able to enjoy unlimited transcendental bliss. Therefore, those who are true yogis or learned transcendentalists are not attracted by sense pleasures, which are the causes of continuous material existence. The more one is addicted to material pleasures, the more he is entrapped by material miseries.
Yeah.
Thank
So
you, Prabhuji.
here, one more thing Krishna is telling. My dear Shan, there is no reason to labor very hard for sense pleasure. So today we are doing different work. Somebody going to office. Okay. So we are earning a lot of money. But the problem here is we are earning, but we do not know how to utilize this money. Earning is important, definitely. We need money for everything, property for everything. But more than that, important is how to utilize the money. And most of the time, what we do, we earn money and we spend the money in sense gratification for pleasure. That's not the correct way for utilization of money. The correct way of utilization of money is to use it in the service of Lord. Service of Lord Krishna is the correct utilization of money. And from that we'll take little bit for our maintenance of our house. Okay, so whatever we earn, we have to think that that belong to Krishna. So everything belong to Krishna. From there I'll take little bit because I have to take care of my family. But the materialistic person, what he thinks, that everything belong to me, so I'll enjoy whatever little bit will stay remaining. If required, I'll give to Krishna. So that's the wrong attitude. That is the reason we are suffering. Okay. So therefore, the true yogi learned transcendental are not attracted to sense pleasure. So whenever there is a sense pleasure, this is very temporary. Immediately after sometimes we'll have the problem of distress. That time we do not understand why there is distress and we blame the God, because God is not doing anything. Everything is done by you only and you wanted to enjoy. So because you are enjoying, then you have to suffer. That is the rule of the material nature. Because you are in the material world, you have to follow that rule. That will come automatically. Okay. So next is 5.29. Yeah. So this is the last sloka of 5th chapter. Yes. Unmute few people for 5 members. Okay. Yeah. Bhaktaram yajna tapasam
Bhaktaram yajnatapasam
sarvaloka maheswaram
Sarvalokam
Maheswaram
Maheswaram
suhridam sarvabhutanam
Suhridam
Suhridam
sarvabhutanam
Sarvabhutanam
yantvamam santim rachati.
Yantamam
Yantamam
santim
Sarvadvim
rachati.
So Bhaktaram yajna tapasam sarvaloka maheswaram Shrudam Sarvabhutanam Gyantvam Santim Rachati. So this is the peace formula. How to achieve the peace in the world. Okay, because how to achieve the peace? Because
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
yes, Hare Krishna.
Can you make me co-host again, please? My connection went.
Okay, just raise the hand.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yes, I got it.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Yeah.
Can I read the translation?
Yes, just 1 minute. So what Krishna is telling here that this is the peace formula. How to achieve the peace, world peace. So today we are celebrating World Peace Day. Okay, we do not know what is the cause of peace. Just we are celebrating a day. We don't bother about the peace actually. So how to achieve the peace? So world peace, the individual peace contribute to world peace. If everybody will be peaceful, slowly, automatically the world will become peaceful. So how individual will be peaceful? This formula is given here. Now we'll see what is that formula. Yes, somebody read the translation.
Yes,
A
Prabhuji.
person in
Yeah, Ankita. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
A person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of all sacrifices and austerities, the supreme lord of all planets and demigods, and the benefactor and well-wisher of all living entities, attains peace from the pangs of material miseries. Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. So, what Krishna is telling, a person in full consciousness of me, knowing me to be the ultimate beneficiary of the sacrifice or and sacrifice astray. That means most of the time what we think that this is my house, whatever I'm doing, this is for my benefit, benefit of my family. I am doing everything. Okay, I am doing everything. But that is not the correct attitude. So what is the correct attitude? We have to think the beneficiary. Who is the beneficiary? When the beneficiary is the God, when we think that God is the beneficiary, okay, that time we work in different mode. When we think that we are the beneficiary, the mode will be different. When you think that God is the beneficiary, the mode will be different. That will be completely spiritual mode, and this is completely material mode. And when we work for the God, that means we are working for the God. So when we are working for the God, we are working for the God, will be very peaceful. Yes, somebody read the purport. This one, start from here.
Yes, Prabhuji. Brojo Raj Basu, please unmute. Hare Krishna. And Prabhuji, can you make me co-host on my other device, please?
Okay.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Can you read this?
Yes, Prabhuji. The conditioned souls within the clutches of the illusory energy are all anxious to attain peace in the material world. But they do not know the formula for peace, which is explained in this part of the Bhagavad Gita. The greatest peace formula is simply this: Lord Krishna is the beneficiary in all human activities. Men should offer everything to the transcendental service of the Lord because he is the
proprietor of all planets and the demigods therein. No one is greater than he. He is greater than the greatest of the demigods, Lord Shiva and Lord Brahma. In the Vedas, Svetasvatara Upanishad, the Supreme Lord is described as the Ishvaranam Paramam Maheshwaram. Under the spell of illusion, living entities are trying to be lords of all they serve, but actually they are dominated by the material energy of the Lord. The Lord is the master of material nature, and the conditioned souls are under the stringent rules of material nature. Unless one understands these bare facts, it is not possible to achieve peace in the world, either individually or collectively. This is the sense of Krishna consciousness. Lord Krishna is the supreme predominator, and all living entities, including the great demigods, are his subordinates. One can attain perfect peace only in complete Krishna consciousness. This fifth chapter is a practical explanation of Krishna consciousness, generally known as the Karma Yoga.
Okay, just wait.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So here Krishna is telling the peace formula is whenever you think that proprietorship, when you change the proprietorship, now every time you are thinking I am the proprietor, I am the main person in my house, so I can do everything. So when you think like that, so always there will be misery. Something is not happening properly means it will be miserable for you. But when you think that this I am doing for Krishna, this house belongs to Krishna, this property belongs to Krishna, so the proprietorship changes from you to Krishna. So then you see everything will be going so peacefully. Just I can give you one example. You can go to an office, either government or private office, and you can go to a temple. Now see, in the temple what happened, exactly 4:30 there will be Mangal Aarti, there will be puja, each and everything happened so automatically, so fluently. The reason is that everybody thinks that they are not the proprietor, they are doing everything for Krishna. So each and every person takes a responsibility and do his duty perfectly. So everything happens so perfectly, you cannot imagine, because their proprietor is Krishna or the Lord. But if you go to any office, there one person will be proprietor, then other person think why I'll follow that person. You think this, there will be ego problem. So the people in the office, they will divide into two batches. Some people will doing something, some people other things. So definitely they will not be working properly, and things will go in different direction. Nothing is perfect, that means. So from here you can understand, when the proprietorship come to the God or the Lord or Krishna, so everything will be automatically regularized. And when everything will be regularized, so everybody will be peaceful. So this is the peace formula of the world. Now somebody read from here, and yes, I'm just highlighting.
Yes.
Yes, after this much.
Okay. Paras, please unmute. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
Yes. Yeah.
The Lord.
The Lord is not partial towards anyone. Everything depends on one's partial performance on duties in Krishna consciousness, which helps one control in the senses. Each every respect and conquer in the illusions of desire and anger, and the one who stands fast in Krishna consciousness, controlling the above mentioned
Yes.
above mentioned pensions remains factory in the traditional stage or Brahma Nirvan, the eightfold yoga wisdom is automatically practiced in Krishna consciousness because the ultimate purpose is served. There is one gradual process of evasion in practice of yama, nima, asana, pranayama, pratyahara, dharna, dhana, samadhi. But these um, but these only preface perfection by devotional service, which is alone can award peace to a human being. It is the highest perfection of life. Thank you. Hare Krishna, Parvaji.
Yes. Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna. So this is what Krishna is telling. Lord is not partial towards anyone. Everything depends upon of one's practical performance of the duty. So that is the reason they are doing their duty very perfectly when Krishna is the proprietor. Okay. So this is the peace formula. That's what Krishna is telling. You change the proprietorship from self to the Lord Krishna. Bhaktaram yajnatapasam sarva loka maheswaram suhridam sarvabhutanam. He is friend to everybody. Suhridam sarvabhutanam jnatnamam santim rachati. So if you understand this, if you act like the same, so what will happen? You'll be very peaceful. Okay. So any questions on this? One or two questions we'll take, then we'll see the video.
Yes, Arjuna,
Yes.
please unmute. Hare Krishna.
So this 3 sloka, any question, any doubt in this sloka?
Okay, yeah. Saksham, please unmute. Hare Krishna.
Hello.
Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yeah.
Hare Krishna, sir. So, sir, I wanted to ask, sir, as you said, we should give all our money and whatever we earn to Shri Krishna and take only some part of it. So, sir, suppose we have some desire in life that we want to do this country or do something. So, sir, should we spend on that or because
So,
that's material enjoyment? So,
yeah, what desire? What desire?
suppose we want to do some country or do something which we want, suppose scuba diving or something. So, sir, should we do that? Because, sir, even that's material enjoyment. Or should we even give that to Shri Krishna?
Yeah. So one thing is that many people has got some misunderstanding that if you progress in Krishna consciousness, you have to leave everything. That is not correct. So what is that? You can do everything, whatever you are doing when you are not in Krishna consciousness. But the mode changes. How the mode changes? Suppose you want to travel to some foreign countries. Okay. Then some people think that if I'll do practice Krishna consciousness, I cannot travel because it is a material enjoyment. But you can travel, but what happened? You have to change the mode. For an example, you are traveling to different countries. You are thinking that I'll go and enjoy. I'll see different sites. I'll take good food. I'll stay in some big hotel. So this is the mode now today in the materialistic world. So you have to change that one so that I'm just going to travel to have some knowledge, because knowledge is also important, na? And if possible, I'll do something good for this. Okay, then go not for the enjoyment, you go for gaining the knowledge. There you can do something, some work is there, means you can go there and do your work. Okay, so all these things when you do, then it is accepted. But when you are going only for enjoyment, that is sinful. For that you have to suffer. Okay, so when you'll be Krishna conscious, you can understand how I'll change the mode. You can do everything. Okay. Yes, Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji. I think now we can watch the video.
Yeah, already